Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is SABRINA binti ZAINOR. Me and my other two group member, which is Muhammad Fauzan and also HAFIZUL, will start our presentation, which is about network automation. Okay, so as for the project background title, we choose University, which is a well-known private university in Cyberjaya, Malaysia. The university size is about 20 hectare and consists of 12 faculty, and every faculty is connected via the internet through a wide area network. Okay, network automation. Network application automation is a process of network automation and security functioning management to maximize network efficiency and functionality. It can virtualize the network and also can accelerate new application development by finding the most efficient way to map, provision and manage a network. Okay, as for VLAN, VLAN is a subnetwork which can group together collection of device on a separate physical LAN. VLAN usually is a setup with the aim for better traffic management and to avoid excessive network traffic and also collision. VLAN also can provide security on larger network and tend to be flexible because they are based on logical connection. And we decided to design network automation on VLAN using Python automation for the Bogor University buildings and facilities.
Next, for the problem statement. Based on our observation, there are three problems faced that can be identified. The following are the problems that the university's IT department has to face. First is the distance between buildings. As the size of the university is big, the distance between faculty is quite far from another. So, transportation is needed to go from one faculty to the other. Next is time consumption for maintenance. The university has a large number of students and faculty, and every faculty has their own network. So every network needs to be maintained by the IT department team. If there is any problem or improvement regarding the network, it would be really time consuming to solve each of them individually. And lastly, the insufficient number of staff. Bogor University has only one IT team to manage the network of the whole university. So the IT team has been working understaffed for quite some time, and they are having a large number of networks to maintain. For the objective of the project, there are three objectives. First is to study the network design of Bogor University and its topology with regards to the university's physical infrastructure. Next is to design a network automation process for VLAN management in Bogor University using Python library. And lastly is to conduct virtual simulation tests on the network automation in order to both estimate and evaluate its expected performance. For the project significance, the project will be beneficial not only to the Bogor University but also to future researchers on the utilization of Python library as the network automation. Next is Bogor University will be able to reduce manpower utilization. Network automation will also save time and the university will avoid manpower shortage.
And now we proceed with the demo on our network automation. This is the Bogor University network topology. Here we have the Faculty of Science, the Computer and Mathematics department. Here we have Faculty of Law department, and here we have Faculty of Business and also Faculty of Education department. So here, so the network automation can control all the switches here, all the DLS1, DLS2, ALS1, ALS2 remotely instead of due to the low stuff. They don't have to personally go to each switch individually, so it will be less time consuming. So here we see that from the right, okay, here are the, we can see here is the DLS1, DLS2, ALS1 and also ALS2. So the IP address for this 192.168.122.90 is on the VLAN 1. So we configure it to VLAN 1, all of this. So we can see it here. Show IP interface brief. So you can see that the VLAN 1 IP is 192.168.122.90, and also for the show VLAN brief, we can see that the VLAN 1 has all the ports here, and also for the LS2, show IP identity brief. Here we can see the VLAN 1 for the LS2 is 192.168.122.91. And so for the ALS1, the IP address is show IP interface brief. So here is 92, and so show VLAN brief. Here we can see all the ports are on VLAN 1. So for the ALS2, here the IP for VLAN 1 is 93. So show VLAN brief. So all ports are assigned to VLAN 1. Alright, so the we can see the network automation only connected to the DLS1, but the network automation can remotely configure all the switches here, so that it will be much more easier for the IT team. So here is the network automation. We can see the network automation IP is DHCP, so we can see here it got the IP DHCP from the net. So when we say ifconfig, so we can see the IP address is 192.168.122.9. Here is the IP address, and also here we on the network automation we have created 3 Python script ls, which is called testing.py, check.py, and testing_padam.py. Alright, we go to each of the script, Python script. So for the testing, okay, we can see here the Python script where this network automation alright, it will connect to the so at first it will prompt for the user to enter the account name and also for the password, and in range of 92.93, so it means that the range is 92, because the 93 won't be selected, so it will be 192.168.122.92. So here we can see the 92 is ALS1, so it will connect to ALS1, and then it will enter the username, password, and then it will configure VLAN 10 on the ALS1, and name the VLAN 10 with Python _name _VLAN _10, and also it will create VLAN 20 with the name of VLAN 20 is Python VLAN 20, and also it will assign all on here. We can see here interface E0/0, Ethernet 00, switch port it will assign VLAN 10 on interface E00, and then it will not shut down, and also Ethernet 01 I will assign VLAN 20 no shutdown, and also you can see here another, it will also, okay, this one 93 and 94, So 94 won't be selected, so it will only connect to 93. So we can see here 192.168.122.93 is the ALS2. So it will enter the username, password, and then it will also configure VLAN 30 and name it Python VLAN 30, and also VLAN 40, Python VLAN 40, and also we will assign VLAN 30 on Ethernet 00, and also it will assign VLAN 40 on Ethernet 01, and also end, and then exit. So now we proceed to showing the check.py. No. Alright, for the check.py, it will connect to IP address 90, 91, 92, and 93. 94 won't be there. So it will connect to all of the switch, and it will show the IP interface brief and also show VLAN brief. So after we configure, we will retrieve the information remotely also, so we don't have to individually go to each of the switch. And also for the last one is the testing padam, which is to clear all the testing.py, all the VLAN that we just did just now, where here it will connect to 90 interface range 92, and also 92 is the ALS1, and then it will no VLAN 10, it will no VLAN 20, and also no switch port access. So it will clear all the VLAN on the Ethernet, and also on the ALS2 also no VLAN 30 and no VLAN 40, and no switch port access on the Ethernet, and no switch port access VLAN 40 on the Ethernet 01. And now we proceed with the demonstration of the script. First, I'm gonna run the testing.python. Alright, so it will prompt the telnet. So the username for this is echo, and also for the password is Cisco. Alright, so it will connect to ALS1. So see, it shows the ALS1. It create the VLAN 10, name it VLAN 10, and also Ethernet. You assign all the VLAN on the Ethernet. On ALS2 also it creates VLAN 30 and VLAN 40. So we can see on the ALS1 here, we see that there was a connection through VTY. So when we show VLAN brief, we can see that here, just now before this, there we can see that before this there was no VLAN 10 and VLAN 20, but now we have VLAN 10 and VLAN 20, and also the Ethernet 00 and Ethernet 01 has been assigned to the VLAN. And also on ALS2 show VLAN brief, we can see that the the VLAN 30 and VLAN 40 also have been assigned, and also the ports have been assigned to the VLAN 30 and also VLAN 40. Alright, so the next, okay, from here, instead of going to all the switch to like I did just now, we can just through here use the Python script, the check.py, to check all the switches VLAN brief. So Python check.py, echo, password is Cisco. Alright, we can see here it shows all the Python check. So at first it connects to DLS1. It will show the show IP interface brief, shows the VLAN 1, and also show VLAN brief. For the DLS1 there is no VLAN, and also on the DLS2 we show the VLAN brief, so no, we didn't create any VLAN for this. So on the ALS1 we can see that show VLAN brief. You can see here the VLAN 10 and VLAN 20, and also on the ALS2 we can see the VLAN 30 and VLAN 40 remotely, instead of going through all the DLS1, DLS2, ALS1 and ALS2. And also lastly, I'm gonna show if the testing padam, which is to clear all the VLAN that we just did just now on the Python testing padam. So Neko and Cisco. So we can see that it shows that no VLAN for the VLAN 10 and VLAN 20, and also no VLAN 30 and VLAN 40, and also no switch port. So here we can see if we run the show VLAN brief, it will show that there is no VLAN 10 and VLAN 20 on the ALS1, and also show VLAN brief, it will show no VLAN 30 and VLAN 40, VLAN 30 and VLAN 40 on the ALS2. Alright, we can also use the check.py. And okay, we can see here on the ALS1, right, there is, it shows that for the show VLAN brief, it shows there is no VLAN 20 and 30. So for the VLAN ALS2 there is no VLAN 30 and VLAN 40. Alright, that's all for the demonstration. We proceed to the slide.
Okay, as a conclusion, network automation is the practice of utilizing software to automate network and security, provisioning and administration in order to increase network efficiency and performance on a continuous basis. Okay, we can see that it has so many advantages which user can utilize. Some of it are to reduce errors, simplify the management of the network, and also to optimize the performance. And I think that is all our presentation for network automation mini project. And thank you.